These are the wildest ways NFL players blew their very first paychecks, and trust me, some of them are straight up unbelievable. From sneakers worth more than a house to diamond chains that look heavier than a helmet, these guys had no clue what saving money meant. Let's start with Justin Jefferson, because the man turned his rookie payday into a movie. Drafted by the Vikings, he knew exactly what he wanted: a Mercedes-AMG GT 63. Blacked out, matted finish, looking like the Batmobile. Price tag? $150,000. Jefferson was sliding through the city like a superstar, but then reality smacked him in the face. Minnesota winters. Ice, snow, freezing roads. That car couldn't handle any of it. He had to spend even more on snow tires and winter gear just to drive without spinning out every block. Imagine dropping 6 figures on a dream car, then realizing it's basically useless in your new city. Rookie mistake. But at least Jefferson could actually drive his car. Travis Kelce nearly went broke trying to flex his first big purchase, the legendary Nike Air Mags from Back to the Future. They lit up, laced themselves, and cost more than some people's entire yearly salary. Kelce called himself Travie McFly and flexed them non-stop. But here's the kicker. He was walking around in an empty apartment, barely able to pay rent, rocking sneakers that could probably pay a mortgage. That's like being homeless in designer shoes. Pure insanity. Then you've got Josh Allen, who wasn't trying to be flashy. He just wanted his childhood dream. As a kid, he saw pro athletes rolling in Range Rovers and told himself, "That's the car I'll buy when I make it." First NFL check, promise fulfilled. 70 grand gone on a white Range Rover, just so he could pull up like the stars he grew up watching. Honestly, at least that one made sense. Allen's dream was simple, and he lived it. Now, if you think Allen's purchase was calm, Jamar Chase went full rock star with his first check. He didn't just buy one thing, he bought everything. Rolls-Royce Wraith? $300,000. Designer fits? $50,000. Jewelry? Another $50,000. Rookie dinners? $20,000. And he didn't stop there. He surprised his mom with a Maserati and handed out cash to his siblings just because he could. Chase's spending spree added up to over $600,000. That's not a rookie move. That's a rapper lifestyle. But not everyone went with cars, shoes, or jewelry. Austin Eckler flipped his first check into something that made him even more money: a $10,000 gaming setup. We're talking about dual monitors, high-end PC, streaming gear, the works. It sounds crazy, but it turned him into one of the NFL's biggest streamers on Twitch, partnering with gaming companies, playing in celebrity tournaments, and even doing commercials. While other rookies blew money on fast cars, Eckler built himself a second career. Not flashy, but smart. And speaking of flashy, one NFL player literally iced out his teeth with his first check, and it cost him more than most people's cars. While some rookies blew their first checks on cars, others wanted to shine like rappers. Alvin Kamara took it straight to his mouth, literally. The man went to Johnny Dang, the jeweler to the stars, and walked out with a full diamond grill. We're not talking a few stones. This thing was flooded, packed with so many VVS diamonds that even Kamara admitted he lost count.
There's so many diamonds in there, we can't even count. If we had a segment on counting diamonds in his grill, we would lose count every time.
The price was $20,000. That's 2 Honda Civics, sitting in his smile. But Kamara wasn't even close to the wildest. Micah Parsons took jewelry spending to a different level. He turned his Cowboys jersey number 11 into a diamond chain. And not just any chain. This one had 30 carats of white diamonds, blue stones to match Dallas colors, and a shine you could probably see from space. The cost was $50,000. Imagine walking into practice with your jersey made of diamonds. That's a rookie flex on steroids. But the crown for most outrageous jewelry flex might belong to Patrick Surtain II. His nickname has always been PS2, like the gaming console, so when he got his first check, he made a decision only a gamer would understand. He had a jeweler create a diamond-encrusted PlayStation 2 controller chain, over 300 grams of gold, 80 carats of diamonds, and yes, it lights up. Total cost? $150,000. Bro's walking around with a piece of jewelry that literally glows. Now, not every rookie went for ice. Some wanted something a little more edible. Matt Judon took one look at his paycheck and headed straight to Taco Bell. No chains, no cars, no houses, just tacos. Burritos, chalupas, the works. He loved it so much that he started introducing himself on game day as Built by Taco Bell.
Matthew Judon, body built by Taco Bell.
He even wore custom Taco Bell cleats and tried to convince teammates to help him buy an actual franchise location. The problem? Eating fast food before games left him sprinting off the field, not for touchdowns, but for the bathroom. Imagine your first $1 million decision being Taco Bell. Legendary. Meanwhile, Jarvis Landry had one of the most brutal rookie experiences ever. He spent $90,000 on jewelry, Rolexes, chains, all the drip. But when one of the diamonds popped out, he had the pieces appraised and found out the whole lot was fake. 90 grand, gone. Imagine blowing your first check and realizing you basically bought costume jewelry. Landry learned that lesson the hard way. But not everyone wasted it. Some players went for family first. Mecole Hardman used his first NFL check to buy his mom a house. Price tag, $300,000. He even filled her garage with 2 cars, then bought himself a Jeep and a custom Hellcat. Hardman said the best part wasn't the cars or the shoes he later splurged on. It was seeing his mom cry tears of joy. Now that's a first check well spent. And it's not just Hardman. Another running back shocked his mom with something she'd always dreamed of, a Cadillac Escalade. For some rookies, the first thing they wanted wasn't jewelry or fast food. It was a home. When LaDainian Tomlinson got drafted in 2001, he knew exactly where that first check was going. His mother, Lorraine, had raised him alone after his father left, and Tomlinson never forgot her sacrifices. With his rookie money, he bought her a brand new house and a Cadillac Escalade. Forget diamonds. LT's first move was making sure his mom was living like royalty. The same story carried over to the next generation. Saquon Barkley had promised since he was a kid that if he ever made it, the first thing he'd do was buy his parents a house. The moment his NFL paycheck cleared, he delivered a $425,000 home in New York, complete with a massive yard and pool. Saquon called it the most important purchase of his life. For him, football wasn't just about making it, it was about repaying everything his parents gave up for him. Other players decided their first check had to come with wheels. Ryan Shazier, fresh out of college, went all in on a brand new Porsche. He wanted to celebrate his arrival in the NFL in style. Unfortunately, Shazier's career was cut short by a devastating injury, reminding everyone how fast life in the league can change. But maybe the smartest and strangest rookie spending came from Chad Ochocinco. When he entered the league, he didn't buy cars, houses, or even clothes. He literally slept at the stadium during his rookie year to save money. No rent, no distractions, no unnecessary expenses.
I didn't want to spend your money.
What the fuck do you mean?
Listen, the NFL stadium has a player's lounge. It has a couch. It has a kitchen. It has food. It has shower. What am I going to buy a place for and everything I need is right here where my job is?
The man built his career living at work, and it paid off. He became one of the league's best receivers and stayed rich while others went broke. And then there's Rob Gronkowski, who played it even smarter. He claims he never spent a dime of his NFL checks.
To this day, technically, I have not spent any of my NFL money.
Not one. Instead, he lived entirely off endorsements. All those millions from his contracts? Saved. Every last dollar. Gronk turned rookie restraint into a lifetime fortune. So, while some rookies were out buying diamond PlayStations or chalupas, others were quietly stacking generational wealth. One thing's for sure, that first check doesn't just buy cars or houses, it reveals exactly who these players really are.